On the latest episode of Farmer Wants a Wife, not people saying not before describing a thing that's happening.
Oh, no, not the doo-doo in her. Not the sandals.
Not you being gluten-free.
I'm Lizzie Frizzle. Let's talk about TV.
I'm having so much fun, actually. I love this.
The third season has barely begun, but it's already given us the lowest rated episode in series history, including the weird 2008 CW version. So we better enjoy it while it lasts. In episode 2, We're Coming to Date Our Man, the contestants arrive at the farms, and along the way, they realize that places look different from other places.
We're not in New York City anymore, Rachel. Definitely not.
Definitely different from Nashville.
Yes, very different. Does this look like Nashville?
No, absolutely not. Nashville's very different.
The first to arrive are the women chosen for the extremely romantic and not at all awkward 24-hour solo dates with the farmers they've known for literally 10 minutes. Farmer Colton takes Bailey on a horse ride around his property that includes multiple ecosystems because it's so big. Eventually, they end up at a pile of rocks where Colton set up a single blanket and one throw pillow for each of them, never once realizing that rocks are not chairs. During the talking and close-ups portion of the date, Bailey shares about her very sad backstory.
I have 5 siblings, different dads. There's a lot of us.
Holy moly.
Growing up, it was like frustrating just because I wanted to hang out and get to know who my mom was as a person, but obviously she had boyfriends and whatnot. I didn't really get to hang out with her. So I definitely had a dysfunctional family growing up.
After seeing Colton react to Bailey's story only in an interview, he just sits there silently on their date. He produces a horseshoe with their initials on it that he'll only give to Bailey if she trades him a kiss, which would be creepy if they hadn't kissed already, and maybe still kind of is. But Bailey calls it the best date she's ever been on while a Benson Boone song plays I can't believe the show can afford, even if it is the acoustic version. The questionable music choices continue in California. When people use the phrase, there's something in the water, they usually don't mean it literally unless they're in a horror movie. And if you're an oyster, you're about to be, because the first stop on farmer Matt and Jordan's solo date is his favorite oyster bar. There, he makes the kind of hacky joke I'd expect someone who regularly eats oysters to be above.
You know what they say about oysters, so we'll see.
At the bar, Matt and Jordan share a romantic dinner where Jordan tries new foods, then says, "Oh, it's good," semi-convincingly.
Cheers to finger lime.
Your first finger lime.
Oh, it's good. I'll take the little one.
They're both pretty small.
Here we go. Oh, it's good.
When Jordan asks why Matt is single, he says he's picky, even though we learned last episode that he was ready to commit to an ex, but she rejected him. Later, the date and the champagne move to a second location, a hot tub, where Matt and Jordan agree that she doesn't need to be in Nashville to continue her music career, and that's exactly what she's doing by being on this show. In Alabama, Farmer Jay immerses Grace in the local culture by taking her to a high school football game, then setting up a picnic consisting of beer afterward on the field. Jay is excited to learn that Grace's dream is to be a stay-at-home mom to 4 kids. David from Survivor's girlfriend, is that you?
She wants 4 kids. She wants to be a stay-at-home mom.
Jay gives Grace a jersey with his old number on it before challenging her to a throwing contest with convoluted rules.
If you throw the ball further than me, I owe you a surprise, okay? Oh. I guess I owe you a surprise then, because I'm a man of my word.
So the penalty for losing is that you have to kiss someone, but the prize for winning is getting kissed? In Missouri, Samantha's icy armor melts away the moment she meets Farmer John's dog, Gus.
Hi, handsome boy.
What's up, Gus?
On their date, John tests Samantha's mettle by driving her through deep water en route to cheese, wine, and grapes, as well as an open forum for her to talk about loyalty again.
Let me ask you, what is your definition of loyalty?
What is your view of your loyalty?
Like the top definition of loyalty to me is like, no matter what anyone tells me at any point in time, you have my full devotion.
So what's the over-under on Samantha launching a line of loyalty merch before the season's over? Same goes for John and Urban Cowboy.
I guess I would consider myself an urban cowboy.
When John tries to kiss Samantha later on, she stops him by the neck and explains that she won't kiss him on camera, because if they don't end up together, she doesn't want her future husband to see footage of her kissing someone else. John respects her boundaries, but combined with something she said earlier about never wanting to feel threatened by or in competition with other women, he does ask the question we're all thinking. So why are you on a dating show then?
I don't know, honestly.
Samantha is really lucky she didn't end up in Farmer Colton's dating pool, because that guy loves kissing.
I don't know what to say. I would kiss you, but do you want to kiss me as bad as I want to kiss you? I want to kiss you.
The next day, the rest of the women arrive at the farms. In California, the duality of man is on display when Matt doesn't help the women unload any luggage from the car, but when Jordan opened a door by herself during their date, he commented on it.
You didn't even let me get your door for you.
In Arkansas, Colton does something I never thought anyone would on this show. He makes a TikTok reference.
Very charming. Love.
Super homie.
Very demure.
Is it mindful, though? Jay's contestants get to his farm in Alabama, but I don't have anything to say about their arrival except that it happened. And in Missouri, the show should change the name from John's farm to Kaylee's farm, because as soon as she gets there, she gets most of the screen time too. From her first impressions about John's family's house, to her thoughts about farm work, to her anxiety attack after an elimination is announced, this episode spends more time on Kaylee than it does on some of the farmers. Later, the women are put to work. Farmer John's contestants pull weeds and learn about scarecrows.
What's the point of scarecrows again?
To scare away crows.
To scare the crows away. You're better. Please, I'm a nurse. I swear. I'm actually really smart. Right.
More Kaylee content. On Farmer Matt's farm, he puts the women up to an avocado picking contest to find the biggest one. But the competition is suspended after he's so impressed by how thoroughly Chelsea outpicked everyone else, he just kinda loses interest in the first thing. Haley tries to make sure that Matt doesn't lose interest in her by pulling him for a private chat. And she makes sure the other women know it's going well by laughing strategically loudly. Farmer Jay teaches his contestants how to feed his cattle, but Julia can't even comprehend being outside when it's hot.
So people actually come out here and work in this heat?
Yeah, but they
Do they have like portable fans?
No, that's just like what working people do.
This is exhausting.
Julia also already dislikes one of the other women, Tiana. The reason? Too much energy.
I feel like Tiana has a lot of energy. I think all the girls in the house feel the same way, but I'm the only one that will say something.
It's hard to imagine Julia being around long enough for this one-sided drama to go anywhere. But maybe there's a really persuasive producer in the Alabama crew who can convince Jay to keep her around. I'm already surprised she's made it this far, considering
I was not put on this earth to lift hay and feed all the animals.
just to pretend to want to do them long enough to get on a show about them. In Arkansas, Colton's ladies learn to muck a horse stall and also how to do a pull-up from a rafter, the countrified version of teaching someone to shoot pool. But the combination of all that hand-to-stomach contact, some hand-to-hand contact from earlier, and Colton's insatiable appetite for flirting,
How are the boots feeling?
Honestly,
They look pretty comfortable, but hot.
no, not too bad.
No, I mean, you look hot.
makes Taylor start to question her own connection until she talks to Colton one-on-one later. She thinks it goes well. It doesn't.
We really hit it off, and like I'm getting these like little butterfly moments.
Taylor, she seems like a really sweet girl, but I'm not feeling as strong a connection with her, and there's not a lot of common ground.
That night, Kim Williams Paisley carries out the most important hosting duty on this show, mailing the farmers letters telling them when it's time to eliminate people. Imagine if she did actually mail letters and the show had to rely on the post office for its elimination schedule. After the announcement is when Kaylee has her aforementioned anxiety attack, which Samantha, of all people, helps her get past, despite the editor's best attempts to use footage of her just existing to imply that she's jealous of the other women. Farmer John is undeterred by Kaylee's deeply felt emotions, and she feels comforted. If only Farmer Ryan could have seen this season before his own.
Haley, I think you're gonna have to go home. You are emotional.
Farmers Matt, John, and Jay don't eliminate anyone, which Julia looked pretty disappointed by. In Arkansas, Farmer Colton asks Taylor to talk privately, which for some reason she doesn't seem to realize is a bad thing on the night he might eliminate someone.
I'm actually really happy you were able to pull me over. In our speed date, I saw something in you. You hugged me goodbye, and the way you looked at me, I literally was like, oh my God, what was that? My heart just skipped a literal beat.
Someone get this girl to a hospital! The episode ends on a cliffhanger as Colton may or may not eliminate Taylor. But I gotta think not, since a woman went home in this elimination the first 2 seasons, and I feel like the only reason to cliffhang is if something's changed. The real cliffhanger is not being able to tell whether or not Bailey even knows who General Custer is.
So this house, built in 1875 by General Custer?
I love that.
I wish.
Who will be the first woman eliminated? And will Alex ever be in the show at all? Can Julia's acting skills improve quickly enough to convince Jay that she cares about farming? And will Samantha find her missing buttons? Find out next week on another Farmer Wants a Wife recap. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, if you're so inclined, please like and subscribe, and also turn on notifications to be notified about the next recap. Thanks again, and see you then. Bye.